Good morning, happy Monday, welcome to the new week. We're going to do a little something different this morning. The set we'll do later on at our regular member flow at 10 o'clock is a long white cloud set called Between Heaven and Earth, and we often follow that by some static standing postures. And that kind of Qigong is called the Zhanzhuang, and the tradition that I like to teach that in is the Shenyi Quan tradition, which has both a health aspect and a martial aspect to it. And we go through 5 kind of introductory postures that in that tradition are called the health postures, the 5 health postures. But we'll still begin as we normally do, getting warmed up just a little bit. Feet about shoulder width apart, knees nice and soft, a little bit bouncy. Upper torso erect. You can imagine your head being pulled up on a string to lengthen the neck, which will tuck the chin back a little bit. And then let's just begin to turn from side to side. Just letting momentum swing your arms freely. And we can begin to deepen out the breathing. The connection this morning that I'm seeing does not look terribly stable. I'll check the recording afterwards, and I also click the local record button, so if there's any issues with the stream, we'll just replace it with the local recording. Let's take the hands into loose fists and begin tapping on the lower belly and lower back. Acupressure points here in our energy center, lower dantian. Standing Qigong has a very rich tradition, used extensively in Kung Fu, among others. But the tradition that I study includes both a health aspect and a martial aspect. The postures are simple. However, standing in them for a long time can initially be a bit of a challenge. So I'll give you a little taste this morning, probably just a couple of minutes in each one. There's 5 postures that we'll use. All of them use the visualization of holding some sort of spear or a ball. Hold the ball in front of us. It'll almost look like hugging a tree in a position called the standing post. And then we'll bring that ball down, shrink it down, and visualize a volleyball-sized spear in front of this lower dantian area that we're tapping now. And we'll bring the hands up in front of the face, and the visual will be a ball coming at you from above. And then we'll bring that ball down and set it on the water, and we'll hold it down. And we'll finish with the hands behind the back, holding a ball back, coming at us from behind. Let's take this front tapping hand, bring that up the body, and let's tap into that little hollow space where the shoulder meets the chest. If you've been with me before, you've heard me say that in the tapping disciplines, there are several variations of that. This point is used to relieve stress and anxiety. In Qigong and other movement-based traditions that use the meridians, this point is at the end of the lung meridian, and among other things said to be good for immunity. And let's begin to deepen out the breathing. Breathing in through the nose if you're able. And the out breath can come through either the mouth or the nose. We want a full and conscious out breath. And let's Let's bring the hands back down to the belly. And now begin to very deliberately shift the weight from side to side, rolling to the inside and outside of both feet. Qigong and Tai Chi are wonderful to reduce the risk of falling. And this is a simple one that's often done, usually as part of a warm-up, to promote flexibility and strength in the ankles. And let's take our taps and turn them into reaches, letting the momentum of the arm coming across lift the trailing heel. And then let's slow these down. We get ready to connect breath to movement, shrinking them down, coming back to our neutral starting position that we call Wuji. Take one palm out in front of you and breathing in, drag it back along the body. Spiral the hand in back and let the back of the hand float to the front. Breathing in and breathing out. Just letting the body follow the breath now. So we bring the pace down, prepare ourselves to actually stand still. One more on this side, so let's get the other one ready. And then switching sides. Breathing in, palm is up as we drag it back, spiraling the hand in the back, breathing out, letting it come forward, turning it over again in the front. All of these spiraling exercises are wonderful for relief of carpal tunnel and other repetitive stress problems that we have when we spend too much time at a keyboard in particular. Now let's get ready to do them both. Let's prep the other hand and then both together. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time. And then just let the hands float to the sides. Setting up for our postures. We're going to toe heel out a little bit wider than hips width. Not way out. I mean, you don't want to be out here. Just a little bit wider than hips width. Point your toes forward if you can. If you feel any pain in your knees, you want to tip your feet out just a little bit. And then let your body sink down. And your visual is you're sitting on the edge of a tall stool. Torso is upright. Head still, nice vertical, nice long neck, chin tucked back. Let the arms float up about the level of the chest. Consciously drop the elbows, soften the shoulders. Fingers point toward each other, and you should kind of feel in front of you like you're hugging a tree. And you can either close your eyes or just have a soft gaze in front. And we'll just pause here for a few breaths. In our daily practices, when we use the health postures as we will today, we've worked up to several minutes, as much as 4 or 5 minutes in each posture. And when you're just getting started, easier to count a few breaths rather than try for a specific time. On an exhale, Let your eyes come back open so you can see me. Hands are going to float down and round out a little bit and come to rest right in front of the lower belly. And now what you're holding is about the size of a volleyball. Again, a little bit of tension in the legs, let the body sink down. Upper torso remains erect, gaze is forward. And we take a few breaths here. And on an inhale, let the hands rise to the level of the eyes. Turn the hands out just a little bit, as if there's a ball that's coming towards you from above and you're holding it back. Extend the arms a little bit, not fully, a little bit of crook in the elbows. And we pause here. If your legs start to tremble a little bit, just briefly relax up to a vertical position and then drop it back down. It doesn't have to be far. It's just like you're sitting on the edge of a stool. And then on an exhale, that ball that you're holding back, now just guide it down. Turn the hands over, placing the ball on the water and then holding it down. And we pause to breathe. A little posture check. When we lower our arms, we tend to bend forward a little bit. Make sure that your torso is vertical. Gaze is forward. And we move to the last posture on an inhale. Come back up to vertical, relax your knees just a little bit, and then place the backs of your hands pressing against your body to hold back a ball that's coming towards you, and then sink back down. You can use these anytime. I use them in place of an afternoon power nap. Spend 2 or 3 minutes in each posture. Come away feeling awake and energized, but relaxed. And then to finish, the eyes come back open. Relax the hands down to the side, toe healing back in, and just take hand over hand, place them over the lower belly. Close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths. One more deep breath. And as you release the breath, release the hands, give everything a little shake out. Thanks for joining me for the Wake Up Flow today. Have a great Monday. Namaste.